What is up, guys? This is Orca Flop, and today I'm coming at you with my first NASCAR talk video. And today's NASCAR talk video is going to be talking about, can they be possibly overhyping William Byron? Now, if you guys, the day I'm recording this is the day that Hendrick Motorsports revealed the, the 2018, Camaro Z01 for the 2018 Daytona 500. And, Byron, as we know, is in the 24. I'll get to that later. But when they revealed the paint scheme, I was expecting it to say, Liberty University, because you know how Chase Elliott, when he got into the 24 first, he had Napa stay with him, because they were with him through the Xfinity Series for 2014 to 2015. So they carried him on into the Cup Series and was being their full-time sponsor. Whereas when William... Okay, so we're not going to get into the, paint scheme of the 24 yet. Let's just go back to William Byron's history. So, I didn't really watch him in the K&N Pro Series or the ARCA Series if he was in ARCA, I don't remember. But I really started to watch Byron in the Truck Series from what I remember, and he was really, really good. Really good. He had, 5 wins, I can't remember from the top. But it looked like he was going to be a lock to Homestead until he had that engine problem at Phoenix, which put him below the playoff points by 1 or 2 points down. So he didn't go to Homestead, but he had a great season overall, and I think he won the Owners' Championship for KBM, if I'm correct, when he got his win at Kentucky in the Truck Series. So, of course, in, the mid-season, they announced that he'd be going to Xfinity and be driving for Junior Motorsports in the number 9 Liberty University Xfinity car, Chevy Camaro. So he hopped from KBM/JGR to Hendrick/Junior Motorsports' Xfinity team. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's a young guy, he's moving up, he's working on his career. So, and almost got his win at Michigan. At first it seemed like, he was going to be okay, because, at first he didn't look that good until he pulled it through at Michigan, but lost to a cup leech, Denny Hamlin. And that'll be in one of my other NASCAR talks as well, about cup leeches and Xfinity. Anyway, so he lost to Michigan to Denny Hamlin in a photo finish. The next week after that, he got his first career Xfinity win at Iowa Speedway. And then the next week, he gets his first career win at Daytona, both in the Exalta car, which is what I'll get to later with sponsorship. So he gets the win in the Exalta car twice in a row. Then he runs consistent for the next 5 or 4, heck, maybe even 3 races. I have bad memory recently. So then he pulls it through at Indianapolis using kind of strategy and his own speed at the same time. And he pulls it through and wins at Indianapolis. So he gets the points lead with 3 wins. So Byron's at the top of the charts in the Xfinity standings, and it was only him, Allgaier, and Ryan Reed, and Jeremy Clements that had regular Xfinity driver wins in the playoff charts, because, cup leeches have won half the series, and once again, I'll talk about that in a later NASCAR talk, video. Did I say view before? Okay, I'm not copying NASCAR Racing 2015. Anyway, I meant to say NASCAR talk. Anyway, I was saying, so Casey Kane, as we know, has had a terrible season with inconsistency, bad luck, and just overall failure for being in Hendrick Motorsports. And after his Brickyard 400 winner, and maybe it was before it, there was an announcement that Byron would be going to the 5. And when they said that, I was like, okay, I get Byron's a great driver, and don't get me wrong, Byron is my favorite Xfinity driver as of right now. It's just, when they said he was going to go to the 5, I was like, what? That's a little bit too much because he has no Cup experience. He has never ran in Cup or I mean, I guess you could make the argument that he competes with Cup drivers in Xfinity, but I wouldn't say that really counts per se. So, yeah, that's an argument you could make. You could, like I said, you could make the argument that because he's ran against leeches that he could pull it through in the Cup Series. Except, there's one problem. He has experience with racing with Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. somewhat. And Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, yeah, he's run against him. But he hasn't raced Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex Jr., he's raced Kyle Larson, that's who I forgot to mention, Jimmy Johnson, who else, etc., because most Cup drivers run Xfinity, and I'm trying to come up with ones that actually don't, like Kurt Busch, he's raced Kevin Harvick, but of course he hasn't had a chance to really beat him, per se. He hasn't raced Clint Boyer. He hasn't raced those drivers, and those drivers had plenty of talent. And plus, I don't know if you know this, but the Cup cars are way different from the Xfinity cars. Much more horsepower, and I think they have a different transmission as well. Like, it takes different amount of seconds or time of speed to shift in a Cup car than does an Xfinity car. So, obviously he has no Cup experience. He's never been in a Cup car before. So I was like, okay, I get he's a good driver, but they're overhyping him. And what was it, like, late July or early August, they announced that he would be going to the 24 and Chase Elliott would be going down to the 9. At this point, I don't know. When they said that, I was downright a little upset because, let alone kicking Casey Kane out, who actually has Cup experience, and I know he's been inconsistent, and they're looking for young guys to step up the game, because literally, if you think about it, Cars 3, you know how all of the veterans got replaced with rookies? That's literally what's happening in NASCAR at this moment. So, Byron's going up to the 24, Chase Elliott is going to the 9. I mean, First off, I think Chase Elliott has already looked good in 24. Yes, he hasn't gotten his first career win. Yes, he's been beaten by Kyle Busch multiple times. And yes, Dover happened. But if you think about it, Chase Elliott has been doing great in the 24. He's kept it consistent. He's made it look good. He's made everything stick out the way it should be. And I don't think they should switch Chase Elliott and put him in the 9 and put Byron, who has no Cup experience, in the 24. Like I said, I love William Byron. He is my favorite Xfinity driver by far. It's not because he has 3 wins. It's because I liked him in trucks. And I thought he was a cool kid, He's... okay, I can't say kid because I'm younger than him, but still. He's really... And he's also kind of inspiring to me, the fact that he can go to college and do NASCAR at the same time, let alone having a full-time Cup ride next year as a rookie. So, as I was saying, they're moving him up to the 24, and Chase Elliott's going to the 9. Chase Elliott is going back to his original number, and Byron is going up to the old legend 24 of Jeff Gordon's fantastic number. I just don't agree with it, man. I really don't. Because if you look at Byron's starts in the Cup Series, like I said, he has 0 of them. He has 0 Cup starts. And he doesn't know how to drive a Cup car unless he's in some sort of simulation training that I don't know about. But he has no Cup experience. But it wasn't out of my comfort, but I let it slide. And then they reveal the paint schemes. So, if you guys watched on the NASCAR mobile app, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, whatever the heck you use, you saw probably that Hendrick Motorsports revealed their Daytona 500 cars and their lineup for 2017. And it was Byron in the 9, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Bowman in the 88, and Byron in the 24. So when they revealed Bowman's scheme, okay, yeah, it almost looks like Junior's, except there's way more blue than usual and somewhat white. And then Jimmy